Hello. So today I want to show you how quickly I can actually create an agent step by step and release it only using agent.ai and with no coding. So I'm going to share my screen and walk you through it. All right, we're in agent.ai. I'm going to go to the agent builder and then select create an agent. And for this example, I'm going to call an LLM and use the template there. That makes things a lot easier because it actually generates some steps for you. So for the agent name, we are going to let's do an awkward meeting or an awkward news translator. Have you ever felt like you have to give some awkward news to a coworker but don't quite know how to phrase it? This could be an agent that helps people do that. So, read some awkward news you need to deliver to a colleague into professional language. I always recommend including a video demo if you can. For the sake of this walkthrough, we're not going to do that. I'm also going to go to full screen so you can better see what I'm doing. There needs to be an agent username. I'm just going to use the same as the agent name. We need to choose an icon. Just going to do AI. And we're going to keep it on private for right now, but you could always put it on public, and that way, once it's reviewed and if it's approved, it will be accessible in the agent directory. And then you can put the expected runtime. This one's going to be quick. It's super easy. It doesn't require a lot of research and thinking on the part of the LLM. You can also choose tags. And I'm just going to go to other for the sake of this demo. All right, settings are done. Let's go to trigger. We're going to keep it manual only. It's not something that has to run on a schedule or be triggered via email. And now I'm going to go to actions. And because we selected a template, there's already 3 steps here. And again, calling back to when I said it, I almost think of it as a workflow. It feels very familiar to me because of that. Because for the first step, there's some information we need. For the second step, there's an action we want the agent to take. And then there's going to be an output. So for this, we're going to go and select the input. So this is the information that's going to be gathered from the user. We could do a user prompt like, what is the awkward news you have to deliver? Please give information, what the news is, who you're delivering to, and in what context. For this, you can give some examples. You can put in a default value. You can also put the output variable name, which is great when you start to have a lot of steps in your agents. For this, we're just going to leave all that. And then for the second action, it's actually invoking the LLM. So this is when it tells the LLM what to do and gives it a prompt. So essentially, we're prompt engineering here. What we're going to do is have it take the variable that we just created with the user input. We're going to say, please translate the information in user input into professionally worded news. News might confuse it. Professionally worded conversation delivery for the user to communicate this to their colleague. All right, there's probably a better way to do that. You can always use Claude or ChatGPT to help you with your prompts. For now, for the sake of example, we're going with it. And I'm going to keep the name as answer. Output, we don't even have, this one is so simple, we don't even have to mess with this step, but just so you know it's here, this is where it takes that variable, you tell it what format you want it, such as Markdown or HTML. Again, for this, we're good. And now one of the things I like the best about agent.ai is that you're able to preview it. So in this right-hand area, we're gonna say the news. Okay, what's some awkward news? I need to tell my colleague that it is disrupting me when she talks very loudly on the phone. And I click to run, and here you go. Certainly. Here's a professional worded way to communicate your concern to your colleague. Hi, colleague. Then it just generated that. Great. And so if that is satisfactory to you, what you can do is publish the changes. And then this button now has gone from test to run, and you can run the agent and see what the agent would actually look like if it was published to the public. I have to ask my manager if she could please stop taking her dog to work because he is eating my office supplies. All right, let's run it. And there you have it. Just generated. And again, if you wanted to publish that, then you would just go to the settings, sharing and visibility, and select public. It'll go to the agent.ai team for review. And if approved, then it's listed in the agent directory. And that's it. So hope this was fun for you. Hope this inspires you to dive in and just start creating agents.